I was talking to a friend this morning, and she's stranded in Abuja. The landlord have increased house rent. With quick notice, she's stranded and she's homeless with her kids, nowhere to go and nobody to help. How much is her rent? Her rent was formerly 1 million, but now it has been increased to 1.8 million. So I asked her, where are you living in Abuja? She told me. Then I asked her, what are you doing? And then she told me the petty business she's doing. And then I brought it to her knowledge to say, do you know you can be a landlord? That even before now, you would have been a landlord if you had this information I'm giving you. She asked me how. I told her, you can go to places in Abuja, outskirts villages. Get a plot of land. It could be 100 by 50. It could be 50 or 50 by 50. Yeah. Get it at the rate of 300, 500,000 naira, 300,000 naira, at most 500,000 naira. That's area where you're paying 1.8 million or 1.5 million as your house rents. Maybe because you want to live in some certain environment. You can cut your costs by going to these outskirts villages to get a plot of land. Let's make it 50 by 50 so as not to broaden the expenses. Now you get 50 by 50 at a very low amount. Let's assume 500,000. Thereby you still have up to 1 million or 1.3 million as the case may be. With this 1.3 million, do you know you can erect just one room for yourself? Even if you have children around, you can always manage. Make a big standard self-contained for yourself and for your kids. Be you a single parent or a couple with children. Start from somewhere to become a landlord. Stop giving this huge amount out all in the name of paying rent. Annually, you are panicking, you're scared not to be driven out by your landlord or not to become homeless with your children. So many people today who have gotten this information and opportunities are now landlord and landladies in these places. So if you have this kind of money and you don't have the means of making this money every year, I advise you put this money together, go to somewhere where you know you can start your life with ease. Even if it is village, go there and start something for yourself. I had a friend who started very little when I was doing my NYC then. I felt she was just, joking. But today, she's an estate manager in that same village. And if you come to the village today, it is no longer a village. It has now become a mini city for people that have, grabbed that opportunity that time when they were selling plots of land for 50,000 naira, 20,000 naira, 100,000 naira. People were grabbing it and they were buying. But today the place is open, is established, it's becoming a mini estate. This is how success starts, when you don't spend above your budget. If you want to know about these villages, ask people around. You can ask me. At least I know 1 or 2 villages. I am not an agent. I don't sell land. But I can tell you where to go make inquiries to get these plots of land in very little amount. That 2 million you are paying for your house rent every year. That 1 million you are paying for your house rent every year. Just build an empty square room. Make your small toilet outside and your bathroom. Have your small bacha as kitchen. In the morning you wake up, say your prayer. You go outside and hustle and come back. You rest. So long as you have a place where to put your head at the end of the day. That is how to start a life, especially if you are living in these cities. The only challenge you'll be worried about is the transportation. But as long as there's transport network in that village, it is not something you should bother yourself about so much. If there's keke, if there's bike, if there's taxi, if the place is motorable, it's easy to access. You don't need to bother about how you go in and come back. The only thing, make sure you check your time while going out and check your time while coming in, so you won't be stranded on the way. So my dear brothers and sisters that are still living in Africa or in Nigeria, in Abuja to be precise, you're still struggling with rent. You're struggling to pay all that bulk of money every year. Meanwhile, your source of income is not enough for you to foot all that amount, coupled with children's school fees and feeding and all other miscellaneous. I think you need to cut your coat. You need to start thinking. Go and get 50 by 50. Put up a house that you can comfortably live in. And start something from there. All fingers are not equal. But no matter how short your finger is, it is still valuable. It still have its own role to play. Everybody must not be a landlord. But nobody is deprived to be a landlord. We are all equal to be a landlord, only if you make yourself one. So let's think wise and work smart, not too hard. See you on my next video, guys.